Hey, happy Friday, you all. I hope that you had a great week. It's exciting that it's Friday because it means you're done with school for the week. So, hey to all my kindergartners, hey to everybody else. Glad that you're watching. Um, hope that you've been having a good week. And you ready for another weekend? Now, today I'm going to read another story. It's actually not a story this time, I'm just going to read a book. Um, And it's all about ocean animals, and I know a lot of you like that. You like ocean animals and things like that. So I'm gonna read it, and it's got a lot of pages, so I'm actually not gonna do all of them because it would take me forever to do them. Also, in my last video, I noticed that you could not hear me very well on some of the pages. I'm trying to figure out why, but I ordered a microphone so that you'll be able to hear me better. And it was supposed to come tomorrow, but now it's not supposed to come till a little bit later. So sorry. I hope you can hear me okay on this one. Um, anyway, so here we go. It's a book about ocean life, and I really thought, man, if I had this book for my kindergartners to look at school, they would love looking at this. My book of ocean life. These things are called coral polyps. A coral reef is home to many ocean animals. The reef is built by animals called coral polyps. So coral polyps are animals. A polyp grabs animals with its tentacles and pulls them into its mouth to eat them. Oh boy, you want to be careful around that thing. So this is actually an animal. Coral reef grows in sunny places where the water is warm and clean. Polyps have soft bodies, but they build a stony skeleton around itself. This type of coral is called a brain coral because it looks like a brain. It's got all those wiggly thingies in it. In kindergarten, I don't know if I showed my kindergartners this year, but I have a piece of coral reef. It's a piece of this stuff once it dies and gets hard. It's maybe not this exact stuff, but kind of like this stuff back here. Anyway, I have a piece of that, and I cannot remember kindergarten if I showed that to you or not. You probably would know. It kind of looks like a stone. I don't know. Um, anyway, so I have some coral reef, and that's actually what this stuff is. This stuff is actually an animal. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go to the next page. Ooh, this is a hard word to say. Sea anemone. Can you say sea anemone? This is a sea anemone. Sea anemones are soft, squishy animals. They live in the seabed in shallow water. The sea anemone is not this. This is called a clownfish. The sea anemone is, I believe it's this stuff. See those white little thingies sticking up? The sea anemone's body is a long tube. At the top is a mouth that is surrounded by tentacles. Clownfish stay safe by hiding from the predators inside an anemone. It does not sting them. The tentacles are covered in stings. When an animal swims through them, it is stung and then it is swallowed. Little boxer crabs wave sea and little boxer crabs wave sea anemones at their enemies to scare them. Okay, so the little crab, it hangs on to the sea anemone. Ooh, it's hard to see right there. It's holding on to some sea anemone, and they wave them at their enemies, and it scares them away. So sea anemones are really tiny. Next one is a sea urchin. Ooh, I will have to look and look because I have a book about a little girl that went walking in the sand and she stepped on a sea urchin. I wonder where that book is. Man, that was one of my favorite books. I had a lot of favorite books as a child. That was one of my favorite books as a child. I'll have to look for that one. All right, this is a sea urchin. Sea urchins are prickly animals. They have sharp spines that stop many animals from eating them. The sea urchin's body is round with long, hard spines. These things are actually animals. They look a bit like a porcupine. You would not want to step on one. It would stick into you. This little crab stops other animals from eating it by carrying a sea urchin around on top of it. That's a pretty smart idea. The mouth of the sea urchin is on its bottom. Sea urchins move slowly along rocks, eating small animals and algae. Starfish. Did Miss Smith ever show you her starfish? Did I ever show you my starfish? I've got several different kinds of starfish. I think I showed them to you. Starfish, they can be all different colors. Most starfish have 5 arms. They use them to crawl along the seabed as they hunt for food. Starfish are also called sea stars. They push their stomachs out of their mouths to capture and eat shellfish. This starfish is growing new arms. These blue starfish are crawling over soft ocean animals called sponges. If a starfish loses an arm, it can grow a new one. So probably this one had lost an arm or two, and so it's growing some more. How many arms does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Ooh. This one is called a, what is it called? A crown of thorns starfish. You see it looks all pokey? Crown of thorns like Jesus wore. Jellyfish. Ooh, look at that. A jellyfish has long stinging tentacles. Some jellyfish are tiny, but others can grow to be as big as a man. Can you imagine a jellyfish as big as your dad? This jellyfish has trapped a fish in its tentacles. Jellyfish use their stings to stun or kill fish. They cannot swim very well, so they must travel where the ocean carries them. Sea slug. Sea slugs are snails that live in the ocean. They do not have shells to protect their soft body. This beautiful sea slug is called a blue dragon. Does it look a bit like a dragon? Sort of, like there's its head and there's its mane. Sea slugs have a clever way to stay safe. Their bright colors warn animals that they have deadly poison in their skin. Some sea slugs have stings too. As a sea slug crawls along the seabed, it eats small animals such as sponges and coral polyps. Remember when we talked about coral polyps right at the beginning? Sea slugs eat these things, and they also eat sponges, which are what this blue thing is on top of. This thing is a sea sponge. And sea slugs eat those. That doesn't sound like something that's very good to eat, but I bet it's good for these guys. All right, shellfish. Shellfish live on seabeds all over the world. They usually live in shallow water and eat other animals. A giant clam is over 3 feet long. Do you remember what a yardstick looks like? Not just a short yardstick, but a really long yardstick. That's 3 feet. So that's how long this clam can grow. A conch pokes its head out of its shell. Shellfish are cousins of snails and octopuses. They have a shell and tentacles. They also have a rough tongue that is covered in tiny feet. A cone shell can fire a poison dart from a special tube. These shellfish eat fish and worms. So all of these things are shellfish. Shellfish can be very different. They can be like clams, or they can be like this, like the shells that you pick up at the ocean. They can be like this. Shellfish can be lots of different things. I still have more pages to read in this, but we're going to read them another day. I thought you guys would like to see this for today. Another day we'll read some more. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that you do your best work. And if you're not one of my kindergartners, I still hope that you have a great day and that you are always doing your best no matter what you do. I will see you guys later.